All right, let's dive right into this explainer and build a unified AI tech stack that is honestly going to completely transform the way you study and work. We're living in a crazy time where artificial intelligence is fundamentally changing education and knowledge work. It's really no longer just about using a single tool to write a quick email. No, it's about chaining multiple specialized platforms together to build, essentially, a personal assembly line for your brain. Whether you're a university student tackling some heavy research or a professional just trying to master a complex new subject, we're going to show you exactly how to build a seamless, automated system.
And hey, AI isn't just some glorified homework helper. Mastering these tools is an absolutely essential professional skill for your future career. There's a famous saying out in San Francisco right now: what makes you special is what you're building. That's why the focus has completely shifted to what you can actually build and automate. So the students and young professionals who learn how to wield these AI models today, they aren't just saving time on their assignments. They're actually developing the exact technical workflows that modern businesses are desperately hiring for right now.
So, to avoid the overwhelming feeling of 1,000 different apps, we're going to build an assembly line workflow. We'll start with the 2026 AI Advantage, move into Phase 1, Research and Notes, then hit Phase 2, Drafting and Writing, check out Phase 3, Visuals and Presentations, and finally, wrap it all up with a step-by-step AI Mastery Roadmap.
First up, Section 1, the 2026 AI Advantage, and why AI is an essential career skill.
You see, AI has basically become a standard part of global digital workflows. It allows us to learn faster and drastically reduce all that manual, boring work. But beginners often make a really critical mistake. They use disjointed apps that just scatter their data everywhere. They brainstorm in one app, save a PDF over in another, and then try to write in a third. And honestly, the result is total chaos. The true magic happens when your information flows smoothly from one specialized tool to the next, totally eliminating the need for you to manually copy and paste everything.
So where should a beginner actually start in 2026 to build that professional advantage? Well, instead of testing every random, flashy new app that pops up on your social media feed, you really only need to establish a core stack of foundational platforms. Let's look at exactly how we can link them together. Moving right into Phase 1, Research and Notes. This is all about finding and organizing your sources. Okay, so before you can write a brilliant paper, you obviously need high-quality data. Think of ChatGPT as your brainstorming partner. It's fantastic for asking it to, say, explain machine learning in incredibly simple terms. But when you need hard evidence, like exactly how social media affects the mental health of adolescents, you've got to pass the baton to tools like Perplexity or Consensus. These search engines actually pull answers directly from verified, peer-reviewed academic studies. Plus, they instantly provide the citations you need, which completely eliminates the risk of those annoying AI hallucinations. Now, once you have your sources gathered up, NotebookLM is a total game changer for digesting them. Seriously, just imagine taking a dense textbook or dozens of lecture slides, dropping them right into the system, and having it generate a tailored 30-minute audio podcast for you to study while you commute. You can even have it whip up detailed, zoomable mind maps of super complex topics, or just ask it to quiz you on the material to really test your knowledge. It's literally like having a personal tutor in your pocket.
And to fully automate how you consume information, you've got to check out GenSpark. Think about it. How often do you watch a really great educational video on YouTube, bookmark it, and then completely forget the main points by the next day? Well, with this workflow, GenSpark essentially watches the video for you. It extracts the core learnings and then routes those bullet points directly into your Notion or Google Docs workspace with just one click.
All right, let's head into Phase 2, Drafting and Writing. Here's where we turn those notes into academic papers.
So, now that your Notion is packed full of perfectly organized research, we need to transform those structured notes into professional drafts. The best part? You aren't staring at a terrifying blank page anymore. You're starting with a massive vault of verified data. If you're doing some heavy statistical analysis, or you just want incredibly natural, human-sounding text, Claude is absolutely phenomenal for that. Now, if you're writing a rigorous academic paper, Genny AI will actually let you chat directly with your literature and manage your inline citations without ever switching tabs. And then there's PaperPal, which acts as your ultimate academic editor, making sure your tone is completely flawless and won't trigger any of those AI detectors.
Which brings us to Phase 3, Visuals and Presentations. We're visualizing complex study data.
Because communicating your ideas effectively is honestly just as important as the research itself. And this integration is just breathtaking. You can take the draft you just finished, feed it straight into Claude, and ask it for a visual breakdown using XCaliDraw. Within seconds, literally seconds, it generates an editable flowchart right before your eyes.
It takes all the essential metrics, like pulling millions of data points from a dense McKinsey report, and turns them into a visual format that's immediately ready to be studied or shared with your team. Depending on your specific project, Gamma is incredible because it'll instantly convert your written outline or bullet points into a fully structured professional slide deck in seconds, complete with layouts and imagery. Meanwhile, Canva remains the undisputed king for highly customizable, beginner-friendly visual assets. It keeps your workflow incredibly fast and visually striking, which is perfect if you need posters or social media graphics.
All right, Section 5, your AI Mastery Roadmap. We're going from zero to hero. Look, it is so easy to get totally overwhelmed by trying to learn 5 different platforms on a Monday morning. Don't do that. To build a true career advantage, use this paced, strategic 4-week approach instead. In week 1, focus purely on prompt engineering with your core assistant, ChatGPT. Then, in week 2, add Perplexity to the mix for verified research. By week 3, you can start turning your work into presentations using Canva or Gamma. And finally, in week 4, you step into the big leagues with an automation platform like NN. That's where you start connecting these apps together so they trigger each other automatically behind the scenes.
So here it is. This is your definitive 2026 beginner stack. You might actually want to snap a quick screenshot of this as your ultimate reference guide. Every single tool here has a very specific purpose. You've got ChatGPT for brainstorming, Perplexity for the hard facts, NotebookLM for deep document learning, Canva for your design needs, Claude for nuanced writing, and NAN to tie the whole shebang together. Honestly, this stack is all you need to go from a totally blank page to a fully researched, beautifully presented final project.
But remember, AI can still hallucinate. The most successful students and professionals in 2026 aren't letting AI do the thinking for them. No, they're using AI to remove the busy work. You are the director of this workflow. It's your unique perspective and your critical thinking that actually turns AI-generated text into real, valuable knowledge.
Since AI is clearly no longer the future, but the absolute reality of modern work, the only question left for you is, which tool are you going to integrate into your study routine first? Are you going to start by feeding your lecture notes into NotebookLM? Or maybe you'll use Perplexity to research your very next essay. Take that first step. Build your personal assembly line and completely transform the way you learn.